And then we have all this stardust, maybe which could be anything from kilometer-sized pieces of uranium to hydrogen, oxygen, you name it. Everything a star puts out. Carbon. And that, of course, can totally isolate the magnetospheres of the way that planet's interacting with the sun. We need an insulator for this. There's a demonstration of how the sun and the earth are interacting. And this ain't gonna work. Well, anyhow, put a lot of shit in between there, and that interaction's changed, that electromagnetic interaction, as well as the kinds of light and energy you get that are able to penetrate between the sun and Earth. Well, and for that matter, the sunlight reflecting off of the Earth. So there's where you can get your 3 days of darkness. 3 days being like, one black tune. 546 years, right? So you can easily trigger off ice ages, and at the same time, all that sun's going to be all that extra dust is going to be exciting the sun and making it more energetic, perhaps, depending on what it is in that supernova dust. So you can get a recession into an ice age from Earth, especially if it's at its furthest points from the sun, like in the 41,000 year Milankovitch cycle. Ice age, and then all of a sudden you can, you've got all this extra dust and energy trapped inside the star's astrosphere, and it's going to end up, most of it, in the sun. So then you'll get a quick recession from that ice age, despite it still being at the furthest distance. That's part of why you have such randomness in the thawed and ice age cycles. And of course, we're not just talking Earth, right? That's what replenishes, that's the creator's milk that replenishes the planets. And if they're really lucky, it gives them enough to naturally support life again. Or maybe, strip away their atmosphere or change it. You get a bunch of a deluge of water like happened before, and, star water. Well, there go on Earth. It doesn't take very much. A comet, a water comet interacting can totally wipe out the ozone layer for like years. Or severely impacted it, and say it only hits mainly in the northern hemisphere. Takes a while to spread out. So it may only cause a massive die-off on one hemisphere or one quarter sphere, and then cause a great duress on the rest of the Earth. Well, we're finally getting down low enough power. Let's try this one more time. See when Earth gets down in low power, like during a magnetic reversal. See how it's a little bit it's got left has much greater tendency to link up with Soul. Now, let's put Soul to sleep too. Yeah, it's back on its weaker battery. See how their interactions are completely different. Where they link up, and what follows those interplanetary magnetic connectivity tendrils, which happens between stars and it happens between galaxies too. Oh, our sun just quit fusing. It ran out. Look. Might as well let the battery die right out on film and see what happens. Now we've just switched. The more energetic one would be the sun, and this is Earth going the same way. The core is cooled off, and the neutronium inside, which is neutron star, has depleted, and there you go. It's turning into a Mars. See, Earth has very little fusion going on inside it anymore. Odd little spurt, but it's basically dying. It's lost its magnetic field, and we do that, and then we can't hang on to our atmosphere, so we turn into a Mars. Can sure be rekindled, and it can come back to life a bit on its own, like Mars is doing now. As our atmosphere, our astrosphere gets excited. That's why all the planets are tending to get a lot warmer. Well, not only why, but partly why. Because remember, as the sun gets weak like this, now whatever it encounters can more easily be pushed in. Because just like Earth, Earth's atmosphere, the weaker it is, the lower the thermosphere, the more shit can get pulled in. So, it's very late. I haven't done a very good job, but that'll help some of you think. When I'm into it, because I'm really fucking not into it, I'll try and do a smash up job when conditions are right. Are you ready? Sorry I didn't really answer or demonstrate why the sunspots seem to do nothing when they get Earth directed, and then as soon as they're not Earth directed, they all of a sudden get very excited. Well, thanks for your time. We'll do a better one later, maybe.